Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, uh, I'm trying to do okay, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I struggled with if I even wanted to do a review for this Little Mermaid movie for a couple of reasons. Number one, the remakes by Disney haven't been the best in my opinion. I've only liked the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book I loved, and I liked Beauty and the Beast. I did not like the Lion King one. I hated Aladdin, which hurt me the most because Aladdin was my favorite Disney Renaissance movie growing up as a kid, and I hated that movie. It wasn't it just didn't hit me on any level of happiness. I really just did not like it. Pinocchio's a piece of shit, and I don't even remember what other ones have come out because I kind of just like block them out. I didn't see Lady and the Tramp. I just it was on Disney Plus. Didn't have a good feeling. But went to go see The Little Mermaid, and I'm done. I want no more of these Disney remakes. If you are liking them, I'm happy for you. But this one just completely shut me down. Number one, let's get the positives out the way. I haven't gotten this much sleep in a couple of months. Like my my God, I think I woke up like 6 or 7 times, and I wasn't tired going in. I'm a night owl. Went to go see a 9:30 showing, and whew, I usually don't go to bed till like 2 a.m. on the normal, and this movie put me to sleep multiple times. So let's get into it. Normally, I would do a recap of what the movie story is about, but this movie doesn't. It doesn't deserve it. It just really doesn't. Um, one, I don't even know where to start. Well, okay, let's talk about this. Visually, it's ugly, in my opinion. Everything that's in water has no weight except for the CGI hair. Everything else is just you just get a lot of people just doing this. Like they're just doing this a lot, and it's like okay, um, man, what they did to Eric. I guess they didn't like how Eric was portrayed in the first one, so they tried to give him more backstory. His backstory sucks. I'm about to go into spoilers because I hate this movie. So, for God's sakes, if you don't want to get into spoilers, then go ahead and cut the video off now because I'm about to get up in this because fuck this movie. 3, 2, 1. They fucking made Eric like a found child. Okay, I don't know. I don't get that. So he's not even the prince by birth. He is legitimately some kid that washes ashore and gets adopted. So he's not even really Prince Eric. He's adopted Prince Eric. He has no legitimate claim to the throne. Didn't get that at all. Then they gave this guy a singing number by himself. Him just singing. This song could best be explained in one phrase: run to the edge of the rock. Now run to the next edge of the rock. He would run to like this cliff, and like he can't run anymore. But then magically there's another cliff for him to run to like a half second later, and this happens like 3 times where out of nowhere he's just able to run to this new cliff and it's like what the fuck is happening here? What is happening? One of my favorite parts of Little Mermaid growing up was Under the Sea. In my opinion, Under the Sea is the equivalent of Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, but underwater. It did not give me that feeling at all. It just looked like a whole bunch of shitty CGI crap thrown on the goddamn screen, floating around, and it like I'm sitting there like you just destroyed my pristine memory of Under the Sea. Because was the song itself Oh, good? Yeah, the song itself was good. Daveed Diggs is an amazing entertainer. They didn't know how to use him right in this movie. Sebastian was just kind of whatever. But you couldn't, like, visually, the visual artistry that I'm looking for Under the Sea to be portrayed was not there. And I mean, oh, man, I am so like, I'm done. I don't want. I'm not seeing any more of these remakes because I don't. I don't know if they're doing all these remakes as a cash grab or just some way to extend some kind of copyright. But my God, this one right here is it's just over the tipping point for me. Melissa McCarthy did okay as Ursula. People were kissing her ass for her portrayal. Y'all can all eat a dick. It ain't that goddamn special. I mean, what the part that you wait for is when Ursula gets King Triton's staff and shit, and becomes big and goes on the warpath. You can barely see her. I saw this shit in Dolby Vision, which is one of the clearest 4K screens you're going to be able to see it on. Couldn't even fucking tell it was her anymore. It's just shrouded in darkness and water flashing all over the goddamn screen. You can barely see her face. You can barely see when she gets ran through. So, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, and I really try to not be harsh on movies. I try to give my opinion, but not like just go over on any form of negativity because I don't really like to do that. But fuck this shit. Fuck this movie. I feel bad for Halle Bailey because she did a good job, but it's surrounded in shit. Everything in water looks like shit. Everything that's on the water line looks like shit. Everything that is like when she jumps up on the rock, it looks like they put a prop rock in some big ass industrial pool and had her climb up on it. It looks like shit. The volume is used way too much in the movie, and once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. So it looks like shit. It's just a shit movie. I'm still walking around seeing people giving it 7s and shit. Is it dick riding? Like, y'all just don't want to accept that they cannot remake these movies? They're trying to, but they're losing the magic of the originals. Thank God the original still exists. This movie's fucking long. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm not even understanding how much of it really needed to be there. To be perfectly honest with you. I mean, like, Eric's song is the worst. If I find a person who says they liked Eric's song in this movie, I will kick you swift in the face. But I'm going to go ahead and end this now, because if I keep going, I'm going to rip this movie a new asshole. Hopefully, if you liked it for whatever reason you liked it. I know why I do not like it. I cannot recommend this movie. If you can hold off on Disney Plus, I would say hold off on Disney Plus, get drunk as shit, and then play a drinking game to see how many times Eric runs to the fucking end of something, and then miraculously there's another end for him to run to. Loony the fuck out.